Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're tackling a topic everyone's buzzing about, AI.
It's certainly creating a lot of buzz, that's for sure.
But we're going beyond the hype to ask the tough questions.
Sounds like a deep dive indeed.
Exactly. And to help us navigate this complex landscape, we have an expert joining us. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Excited to dive in.
So, let's be honest. AI is everywhere you turn these days. But there's this misconception that it's a magic wand you can just wave at any problem.
Right, like it's some sort of silver bullet solution.
Yeah, but what many people overlook is the crucial ingredient that makes or breaks AI: data.
Absolutely. It's like that old saying, you can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. The quality of your output depends on the quality of your input.
And when it comes to AI, data is the input, the fuel that powers the whole engine.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And that's where we see this fascinating disconnect happening in the business world.
Oh, tell me more about that.
Well, on the one hand, you have Salesforce reporting that 77%, a whopping 77% of business leaders are worried about falling behind on AI.
Yeah, FOMO is real. Nobody wants to be the last one to the party.
Exactly. They know AI is a game changer, but then, well, there's a bottleneck.
Okay, I'm sensing a but coming. What's the catch?
The catch is that only about 31% of companies, according to Accenture, feel like they have a good handle on their data.
Wow, so it's like everyone's clamoring to get into their race car, but only a handful remembered to fill up the tank.
A perfect analogy.
Okay.
And you can't win a race on an empty tank.
So we've got all these companies raring to jump into the AI fast lane, but most are hitting a data wall.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
It's like they've got the car, but no clue where they're going.
Okay, so before we even get into the nitty-gritty of data prep, we need a starting point. What's the roadmap look like?
It all begins with a simple question. What do you want AI to do for you?
Right, like what's the big dream? What problem are you trying to solve with this powerful technology?
Exactly. Are we talking personalized customer experiences? Think like eerily accurate product recommendations or predicting equipment failures before they even become a blip on your radar.
Okay, so instead of reacting to problems, AI helps you get ahead of the curve, like a crystal ball for your business.
Exactly. But here's where things get tricky. Companies get so caught up in the AI fantasy that they forget about the reality of their data.
Let me guess, it's not always pretty.
You could say that.
But
It's like opening a closet that hasn't been organized in years.
Oh, I know that feeling. A jumbled mess of clothes, shoes everywhere, who knows what's hiding in the back.
And you're expected to create a masterpiece with whatever you pull out of that chaos.
Yeah, that's not a recipe for success. So how do we avoid becoming that overwhelmed homeowner with the data closet from hell?
It's all about taking a good hard look at what you've got and what's missing. We call this data inventory. Do you have the right data? Is it accurate? Is it even organized in a way that your AI can understand?
Right, because feeding your AI bad data is like trying to run a Ferrari on sugar water. It's
No.
not going to end well.
Exactly. You need the right fuel in the right format to get that engine roaring. And that brings us to the heart of it all. Preparing your data for AI.
Okay, let's fire up those engines. What are the steps involved in transforming this data chaos into a well-oiled machine? So how do we take this jumbled mess of data and turn it into a high-performance engine for AI?
It's a three-step process.
Yeah.
Data ingestion, data modeling, and data mapping.
Okay, I'm all ears. Break it down for me.
Imagine you're building a house, right? You got to gather all your materials first.
Okay, so like bricks and lumber and nails and all that.
Exactly. Data ingestion is like that. It's about pulling in all your data from wherever it lives. Your CRM system, spreadsheets, marketing platforms, you name it.
So you're rounding up all the ingredients, but instead of flour and sugar, it's customer data, sales figures, all that good stuff.
Precisely. But now imagine trying to build a house with just a giant pile of materials and no blueprints.
Yeah, that sounds like a recipe for disaster.
That's where data modeling comes in. It's like creating those blueprints, organizing your data, showing how all the different pieces connect.
So you're saying it's not enough to just have a bunch of data points floating around. We need to give them structure, context.
Exactly. You're teaching the AI the language of your business.
Okay, so we've gathered our materials, created the blueprints. What's next?
Data mapping. This is where we make sure those blueprints actually match up with the real world. It's like, are we measuring in feet or meters, making sure everything aligns perfectly?
Right, because even a tiny discrepancy can throw everything off.
Exactly. And when we're talking about AI, precision is key.
This is all starting to make sense, but let's be honest, it sounds like a lot of work. Is it really that important to get this data prep right?
It's the difference between your AI puttering along and your AI reaching its full potential.
Okay, so give me the payoff. How does good data actually translate into real-world results?
Well, first off, it's about efficiency. Well-prepped data means your AI can work faster, smarter.
Right, so instead of getting bogged down in data chaos, AI can automate tasks, free up time for more strategic work.
Exactly. But it goes beyond just saving time. Think about accuracy. With good data, your AI can make much more precise predictions, whether it's forecasting sales or personalizing customer experiences.
So it's about making better decisions, getting a real competitive edge.
Absolutely. But here's the truly exciting part: deeper insights. When your data is prepped for AI, it can uncover those hidden patterns, those unexpected connections that would have gone unnoticed.
It's like having a crystal ball, but instead of relying on magic, we're using data as our secret weapon.
I love that. Data is the fuel that powers the AI engine, and the better the fuel, the better the performance.
This has been an incredible deep dive. I feel like we've gone from AI newbies to data detectives, uncovering the secrets to unlocking AI's true potential.
It's not about fearing AI, it's about embracing the power of data to fuel its success.
So for our listeners out there who are ready to take their AI game to the next level, where should they start?
Start by looking at your data. Do you have what you need? Is it organized? Is it accurate? Ask yourself, if my AI was a detective, would it be able to solve the case with the data I have?
I love that analogy. And on that note, it's time to wrap up another insightful deep dive. Until next time.